This video, I'm going to be breaking down the new Chiefs bunch spread nasty formation and going to be going over some of my favorite plays in this formation. I think this formation is really good. I think there's a lot of cool things that you can do with it, and it really breaks down coverage really well. Pretty good for this meta. We're going over a motion mesh halfback swing in our first play, and for most of these plays, the bunch is going to be to the wide side of the field. Now, what we're going to do with this specific play here is if you take a look at this play, we have this little glitchy fade route here to the right side. So all I'm going to do is just simply streak my outside receiver and then put my backside solo receiver on a post or any kind of thing over the middle, like a deep in route or something like that. So you see that's what it looks like. What you're going to see against cover two is this tight end is going to pull the deep half up and see how fast this route just can cook cover two on that side. It's really just a nice way of being able to attack cover two within this formation. So the other thing that this does is we know that seam streaks in this game are just really powerful, and so this is going to do a really good job of attacking that. So let's say your opponent goes to kind of like a cover four. You see you have the seam streak kind of right in the middle of the field that you can inside pass lead click on and give yourself a chance to be able to make a play. So I'll do something like this. And again, on this left side, I normally do like a deep dig route. So the other thing about this left side is you see you get kind of like a little high-low over the middle. And so that in route is going to be throwable in the middle of the field. And Jeff Garcia is, I think he might get sold after what I'm seeing out here. I'm not liking what I'm seeing out of him. But anyway, as you see right here, you have that throw over the middle of the field. Now I do have universal on both of my safeties, which I might never ever do again in a practice mode video. We'll put mid zone on them, but we're not doing the universal deal because universal kind of goes crazy in this game. So anyway, in general, you're looking to throw this like right there. So as you see, able to hit that high-low read there, and then let's say it is a cover three. So if it's a cover three, you're normally able to hit some. You're normally able to kind of hit your in route as well. You're also simultaneously going to have a good potential, more potential to hit your seam streak in the middle. You see, it looks like this, and I'll show you another little slight variation off of this that I think is really cool, and that is the corner route. So the way you can use corner route from this is we're just going to take our outside receiver, and instead of a drag, he's going to now run a corner. And you can stem it up or down. We'll just stem it down one tick so it looks a little bit better in the spacing. And then I'll just leave this backside high-low, or if you wanted to, you can really do whatever you want on the backside. This was really nice is if you watch this corner route, this deep fade is going to clear out for the corner. So if they switch stick onto an outside quarter or anything like that, it's hard to do that in this formation. And then the running back is going to pull any flat zones. So you have really nice way to beat a lot of coverages with this play. So another coverage that you have potential to beat is man coverage. So with man coverage, what you're able to do, number one, is you're going to be able to hit this running back, as you see most of the time. That's just going to get open against man coverage for you for a lot of coverages. Really good against the blitz. Just a good hot read to have. And the other thing is this turns this into a 4 strong. And so they can't run match coverage against you. And then a lot of times, as you see, this little route that CD Lamb is on is going to do a really good job of beating man coverage. You might have to wait on it just a little bit, but in general, this route that CD Lamb's on is really good potential. As you see right there, it kind of just gets that space. And if it's cover 2 man, it could be a touchdown. So it's really hard to play press man against this offense. And so you kind of force them into the standard defensive meta, which is cover 4, cover 2. And mainly we want to keep them in cover 4 as much as we can because cover 4 is the easiest coverage to consistently beat in this game. So the next play that we're going to be going over is going to be attacking cover 2 on the left side of the screen. You could do this from a variety of plays in the formation. But what I'm going to use is this play. Where's it at? Not motion deep over. A cheap flood. Cheap flood. So a cheap flood, what you're able to do is you get this kind of glitchy fade route on the right side. You do get an auto motion on the left side. And you can kind of choose whether or not you want to leave it. What I normally will do here is I'll do a flat whip combo with the Texas. And then I'll motion over this guy on a streak. So it looks like this. And this is going to do a really good job of attacking cover 2. What you're going to see here is the safety's going to suck inside. Eventually, the cloud or soft scout will let him go. And I promise you, are going to be able to throw this for a huge play. I don't know why for some reason, Universal has become just the greatest. But essentially, the deep pass is going to go to the inside of the field. You see there it goes to the inside of the field. We throw it all the way to the outside of the field. And Micah Parsons is still able to play it because he's just the best safety in the game at this point, even though he's not. So let's see if we can actually get this for you here. Let me motion this guy over. Eventually we'll get it, I promise. You gotta really freeform this up to the left. And there you see, we're starting to get a little closer. You really got to pass lead this to the left. So that's like the big thing that I think is really important with this play. And you on the left side, if you want to flat this guy, you can do this. But you really, really, really got to get this ball like to bend as much as you can bend it to the left side. And then, like right there, that's what normally can happen for you against cover 2. So as you see, you have ways and methods to be able to beat cover 2 on both sides. A throw that I'm trying to make work is this running back seam streak out of the backfield like this, so that we can kind of not have to give it away with a motion tell. And this can sometimes work. Again, you really got to bend this ball to the left side. See there, we were able to get it. So you just have to really, like when I say pass lead, I mean pass lead. But I mean, even something, you could do something like this as well. But in general, we're really just looking to try to just bend this ball to the left as much as we can. And if you can't get it, you can't. But it's harder to get without that streak there. I will say that. So if you have like double streaks, you'll see here that the tight end streak up the middle will be open for a touchdown though. So just a couple different ways to be able to attack cover 2 when they go to it, because a lot of people are going to go to cover 2. Okay, so the next play that we are going to be taking a look at is motion slot under. This has that stock fade on the left, which is nice because you can kind of build around that. It also has kind of a shorter corner to this right side. So what I like to do with this play here is really just a simple streak corner flat like this. And again, we're kind of building around this little short corner. You'll see here, he just kind of gets into a nice area of the field, and you're able to, just attack the defense like that. So this is just, again, just a basic corner route play that we have. Another really underrated motion here is you can motion the running back out like this, and then we could do things like speed out the running back, drag the running back, right? Different things like that. But in general, the main route we're really looking for is a short corner, because the outside quarter in a cover 4 quarter look is going to struggle to guard this. You could also run the play like this. Like you could just do it like this here as well. As you see, a little bit more space for him to be able to hit. But we're just trying to attack kind of that left side of the field. Seam divide, kind of an underrated play because you have a short crosser. So what I like to do with this play is I like to streak the solo receiver, and then I like to zig flat, and then I have a backside table like this. So a lot of zig flats in this offense, which I think makes it really good. But this crosser just kind of gets into a nice spot. It's almost like a short post, just in terms of how it attacks zone coverage well. So you have that in this play. And then if we wanted to, we could this is also, like, to a degree, it's kind of a variation of dagger if you think about it. Like, watch how this kind of spaces out with this auto motion. You'll see here, like, he'll set, and then you can kind of have your crosser over the middle of the field. So anyway, that is that play, or at least one of the main setups that I'll use out of it. Motion deep over, probably the best bomb play in this formation. So if they are running a cover 3 coverage, this is probably your number 1 play, just in terms of what it can do for you as far as bombing the defense. This crosser is really good for doing that. You also have this corner route that's really good against like a cover 2. So what I like to do on this left side here is really just a corner route on the left side. But what you're going to see is we have this kind of cross. and he just kind of runs like super smooth, and he can just beat cover three well. Right there, we were literally like very, very close to be able to attack cover three. Let's see if we can get that again for you. So again, you pretty much just could call the play, but I like the corner on the left side. Just pulls the third a little bit better. What you see here, boom, cover three beater, easy. Most people don't run cover three in this game anymore, but if they do run cover three, you do have a cover three beater built into the offense. The coverage you're going to see is cover four, honestly. It's going to be cover four or cover two mainly. With cover four here, a couple different ways to use this play. You'll see here that this crosser can actually get over, but it's not. Yeah, I mean, you see like the quarter kind of backs up this year. It's kind of hard to bomb cover four, but what you're able to do on this right side that I think is underrated is you basically are able to run double corner. So you can do it like this right here, and if we do get a cover four, you have this super deep corner. And this super deep corner, you'll see, just clears out perfectly for this guy. And then you can throw that on the sideline pretty consistently. So you have something like that that you're able to hit. Or you just have a lot of other little things like that. But I like using the stem corner. I like this little motion of the running back into four strong. I think that's, you'll see people kind of set up their match plays and then, do something like that. Another underrated motion that you have here is you can motion like this guy out like this, and we're going to put him on a speed out. So like that, you can streak R1, and then if we stem up this corner, make it super deep. This obviously is going to require a little bit of time, but you can hit your speed out early, but then late on the play, you can normally throw this over the top of a quarter. It's a tighter throw. It is a tighter throw, but a lot of times against cover four, you're going to be able to hit it. Let me see if I can actually hit this. This time we're going to use a comeback route. Motion him out, put him on a comeback. And then I would stem that corner up at least one time, but kind of a deeper corner. And yeah, it's actually, yeah, I guess quarters are just Zeus and you just have to throw underneath, but it is what it is. But anyway, you have that. You have kind of a double corner variation out of that. You can also stem this all the way down like this and run the play kind of like so. This is really good against cover two. This corner is kind of just a really sharp, got a nice bend to it, so it's going to do a really good job of just breaking down zone coverage. And then you have this kind of unique crosser. You also have a crosser from left to right. So what I like to do with this play is, kind of run it almost like this. And I have this cheat flat, so I could do something like this. But watch this crosser from left to right. You're going to see it just kind of gets into a nice spot. It's almost like a slant, but it just gets into a nice spot as well. And then let's take a look at some of the other mesh slot out. You can run your standard kind of bunch combo that I think a lot of people like, something like this. This has been good pretty much all year long. And the spacing in this is actually really good. Like you get a little bit better spacing from a bunch formation than you do from like a standard bunch because it's not so compressed. Like you still get the benefits of compression, but it's not like crazy compressed. So anyway, those are honestly some of my favorite plays. I did want to cover Z swirl in because it is a return route from left to right or from right to left. So you have a return route on the outside. So what I like to do here is really simple. I just simply like to, basically run the play almost like smash return here. And what's nice about this is, again, the spacing the bunch spread gives you, they just run a little bit more. There's just a little bit more space between the routes, which makes it, I think, a lot better against the different coverages that you're going to see. But you see how good that return route is on the right. Another combo that you can do here is more of an in-route play like this with a backside streak. So you have a seam streak, you have a tight end drag, and you got that in-route. So love that combo. But anyway, just a little sample of the Chiefs offense. If you guys want to check out the full version, I'm going to be getting that into our school community, updating that over there. But anyways, if you guys aren't a member of the school site, link is going to be in the description. But this is kind of a little mini scheme here at a bunch spread nasty. A lot more to be discovered still. But I do think this formation has potential to be one of the best formations in Madden 25.